Hello Aries, and thank you so much for joining me for this special edition Halloween All Hallows Eve Samhain edition of the Rock and Roll Tarot reading. So it is October and this is the season of Halloween, and so I thought I'm going to switch things up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use my three spookiest decks that I have. The Tarot del Fuego by Ricardo Cavallo, and then the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valenza, and then the Dark Mansion Tarot. Really cool decks. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these decks in the reading for everybody, and then for the bonus readings, we're going to use the Rock and Roll Tarot deck. Kind of a little bit of a switch up. So these cards are already, let me move these boxes out of the way. So what we're going to do is cut three of each pile here. So first the Tarot del Fuego. Okay, this one wants to come out. So they're still doing the flippy thing. I am going to just read everything in the upright too, just because I know if it's negative or not. Like, Ten of Swords can definitely be a negative card, but I just feel like I don't want to do the reversals. I psychically and intuitively know from all the years of reading, what's going to be, if it's a positive or a negative, depending on the thing. You got two tens here. You got the Ten of Swords and you've got the Ten of Pentacles. And we got the Six of Swords also. Okay. And then let's do the final three down here. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we've got here. Got a couple cards stuck together, it feels like. Yes. Got the Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, and Two of Wands. Nice. Those are nice. This is some nice energy. Yeah, so we've got Ten of Swords, Six of Wands, and Three of Pentacles for our first card. Well, the Ten of Swords being the first card out, some of you are really going through something. Ten of Swords is not, it's not something light. It's usually something pretty deep, pretty... I want to pull these cards up because all three of these decks just have really cool imagery. So, the Ten of Swords... you've really been through something. It's been difficult. The one thing about this card in particular, look at that eye. Of course, that eye just so totally stands out to me. And the eye is like, it's happened for you to see something. It's for a reason. So that your eyes are wide open now. There's something that you can see. And then you have the Six of Wands, which is actually a card of victory and triumph. This is a pretty bizarre rendition of the Six of Rods, but it's a card of victory and triumph. So you will be victorious. You will be able to triumph over this difficulty, whatever it is. The worst is behind you. You're ready to move forward. And then you have the Three of Pentacles. So you're building your future. The Three of Pentacles is you're rebuilding. You're starting again and you're rebuilding, but you're building something that's going to be really a strong foundation for you, something that's going to be sustainable, something that potentially has financial implications too. That's another thing up here. I'm noticing that you have you've got two tens and you also have two sixes, because the next one down here we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is taking a journey or leaving things behind. You're moving on with your life. You're moving away from this Ten of Swords energy and you're moving towards the Ten of Pentacle energy. So whatever you're building right now, it could definitely potentially be big money, lots of money, financially sustaining. This has to do with family money too. And it could be like maybe some of you are going to go join the family business if that's a thing. But for the most part, the stronger vibe that I really get out of this is that you're building something that will be there for generations and many generations to come, that you'll pass on to your children or nieces or nephews or grandchildren or whoever. This will be something that you're building that you can pass on to the future. I'm looking at this chess game in here too, and then this guy hiding under the table with the chess piece there. So I feel like also because of this moon energy, I feel like something hidden is going to become to light. Something that's going to give you that little bit of extra edge or that little bit of extra just something. Okay, so we have this Knight of Swords here. This is a person. This is potentially an air sign person, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or Libra. But we're also going to be in the sign of Libra for the majority of the month. We'll be in the sign of Libra until the 23rd when we enter into the sign of Scorpio. So this could be talking about, this is going to be start to happen as we are in, while we are in the sign of Libra. Okay, so we've got this, there's actually going to be a full moon in your sign. I forgot to write that down. This is important. Full moon in your sign. Because, you know, that full moon was looking at me on here, and I go, well, all these cards have moons on them, but that was really grabbing me. So I do feel like that full moon in your sign, which, by the way, is going to be on the, looks like the 20th, at 27 degrees of Libra, or Aries. That full moon in your sign is going to be allow you to have release things, and it's also going to do that eye thing where you're illuminated, where you really see things, you know, see the truth, and then it's going to light the way for your journey going forward. You have this Ace of Wands too. Now, Ace of Wands has to do with fire, and you are a fire sign, and we are again having that full moon in your sign here. So you're gonna be planting some seeds here. So this is the tens also, just like the full moon, are bringing things to culmination, bringing things to their, you know, it's the ending, just like the full moon is. And then what happens after that? You start again. You know, it's another cycle. It's always another cycle. So then you can plant your seeds, your Ace of Wands, your fire seeds, and it's going to be leading you to these different financial, it looks like a lot of financial gains are coming your way. The Two of Wands or Rods is down here, and that's a beautiful card. This is one of the best cards in the deck. This is for you to really find your true path in life, see the direction that you're meant to go. The door's open, you're heading in the right direction. So once you plant these seeds, you will be heading in the right direction. You will be on the right track. So sometimes we need this Ten of Swords energy to jar us loose when we're fighting and trying to go on the wrong path. The Ten of Swords is no. And then it's like, oh, I have to go another way. And so it can be a card and an energy of realignment, as is you get one new moon and one full moon every year. So this full moon energy for you also, you know, it's just a week before the Halloween and everything too. So it's going to be, you know, this is going to be a cool Halloween for you guys. You know, you've got this really nice full moon energy around you. Okay, so and then finally we do have the Page of Cups down here. The Page of Cups can be an offer coming, and it may have to do with water energy. So again, we will be moving into the sign of water in late October on the 23rd. So on the after the 23rd, we'll be in Scorpio energy. So this could be you plant the seeds around that full moon on the 20th, and then later in the month, here comes this offer. Sometimes this is an offer of intuition. And here's another thing. When these two cards show together, the Ace of Rods and then this, because sometimes I use this card as, you know, a child that's not born yet, the spirit of a child that's not born yet. So, and this can be definitely the seed being planted in the womb. So for some of you, if it's you or somebody you're close to is trying to get pregnant, this could also be happening possibly as we move into into the sign of Scorpio again later in the month. Oh, I forgot to get your animal totems. We got to get our animal totem from our Beast Mistress cards. I'm not skipping that. I got all these decks out here. I'm just like, oh, there's a lot of decks going on here. So let's go ahead and get your animal totem for our Aries friends for the, I was going to say for the full moon, but it's actually for the month of October. Let's see what we got here. The peacock, see that full moon is really going to be shining some light on you, because the peacock energy is like, show your stuff, stretch your stuff. People are bedazzled by you. You know, they'll be dazzled. They'll be, this peacock energy is really bringing about this, you know, this beautiful spotlight that is on you at this time. And I do feel that is true with this full moon energy, you know. Now let me read what I originally wrote. Flamboyant, elegant, proud, sacred, death, resurrection, immortality. The phoenix rises, adding color to your personal style. The spotlight is on you. Strut your stuff. Well, you know, the spotlight is on you. That's that full moon shining right down on you. Also, the phoenix rising is very relevant too in this reading, because you're starting out with this Ten of Swords. So there's nowhere to go but up. Your phoenix rises from the fire and the ashes and rises upward. I got a couple quick announcements before I move over to the other cards, but First of all, I am opening up a little early, a couple weeks early. I'm going to start right here in October with the year ahead reading. It's always my most popular reading. It's laid out in 4 things with the 4 quarters. We go into a lot of detail. I look at the astrology. We look at the eclipses. It's always the most popular reading, and I'm trying to start a little early so I can spread it out a little bit, because sometimes I get really overwhelmed. I mean, I'm really grateful. I know many of you order this every year. You know, I have many people who order every year, and I'm very grateful for you for that. So instead of me just getting completely slammed in December with the holiday stuff that I have to do like everybody, I'm spreading it out a little bit. So if you want to order it a little early and make sure you'll get, you know, maybe even a faster turnaround, because I start getting really busy by December on these readings, and it's, you know, you may have to wait a little longer. Generally, turnaround is within a week, you know, when I'll have the reading up for you. But I try to stick to that. But sometimes towards this time of year, I get so overwhelmed that I really can't get it done. So spreading it out just a little bit early, starting in October. So if you want to get that 2022 year ahead reading, you can find that information. And also, ta-da! My new book is out. I'm so excited. I love when I get the print copy and I can actually hold it in my hands. It's the Transmissions for Humanity Book 2, Answer to Life's Greatest Mysteries. It's just a continuation of the last book, and we have some of my illustrations down here, the land of Tra-la-la or Fa-la-la. It's been showing up in my paintings, so I thought I'd put it in the back cover of the book. Really cool book, lots of great information. I know many of you have already read it because they're already selling, and read the first book too. And if you have a chance, if you have read it and you did enjoy it, please do leave a review on Amazon, because that helps me out so much. And thank you all for all the ways that you do help me out in so many ways, by liking, sharing, commenting, you know, all the things that you do, purchasing my different wares, my decks, my books, all the stuff that I have, the artwork that I do, the journals and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for everything, all the support that you do. And if you want to get there will be 3 bonus cards. This is kind of backwards. Usually I do the main reading with the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, but I'm switching things around because I really wanted to use my cool spooky decks for the All Hallows Eve reading. So if you want to find out about how to get this bonus reading, that's through Patreon, and you can find all the descriptions below, including the books, the readings, and everything. Please do check the descriptions before emailing or asking questions in the comments, because chances are all the information is there. Okay, so hey, Libra. I keep calling you Libra, but it's Aries, of course. Hey, Aries. This is your full moon. Make the most of it. The spotlight's really on you. It may be time to leave something behind, and it looks like it's leading you to your true path, and also some nice money cards as well. Take care. Have a great one. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate, and we'll see you again soon.